Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and the simulator here. Today is Memorial Day 2025. It's the 26th of May 2025. And I am going to play Hosel Rockets Golf League, Wynn in the city of Sin. Obviously, we know Wynn Golf Club here in GS Pro is in Las Vegas or thereabouts. Let's check out the vital stats. Your gimme auto putt is set to 8. We're playing 6,720 yard tees, which is a little outside of my range, but we'll see what we can do. Green firmness is soft with a stimp of 11. Your fairway firmness is hard. What that means is our approach shots are going to stick to the green pretty well, assuming we're not hitting on a downhill slope. And when we do hit the fairway, it's going to it's going to tend to roll out a little more, which is nice. And then finally, this tournament is at 2,000 feet above sea level, which is much more my cup of tea because here in Utah, I'm at like 4,300 feet above sea level. And at some of the courses here east of me, you get up into the hills and you're at 5,000 feet. So I'm kind of used to hitting a little further in real life than I do here in the simulator, but this 2,000 feet will certainly help. At any rate, let's get this sucker loaded up. All right, folks, we're all loaded up here at Wynn Golf Club. You can see the Marriott in the background there. Let's see with the freshly calibrated ProTee VX. If the launch monitor stops thinking we are coming so over the top. And let's bomb one down this fairway here. No real wind to speak of. We're good to go. Let's not block ourselves out though. Let's maybe go a little bit over to the left here. And then let's fix this. Gotta love this. Get out of here. You're done. You're fired. There we go. Wynn Golf Club. Okay. That's a much more normal trajectory compared to what I see in the outside. Much better distance. I'm sad to say that I had not aligned my launch monitor in like a month. I guess I'm just a bad person. And yeah, I'm not going to say that last part. It's inappropriate. But it was something about going to hell. Let's see here. Nice shot there. Parked her. Maybe we can get out of here with a birdie. Maybe we can get out of here with a par. Just maybe. Guys, align your damn launch monitors. Use some carpenter squares or some sheetrock squares or something. Just align your launch monitor. Probably save you a lot of pain and anguish. 14 footer here. We were able to drop that putt. HLA was 0.4. What do we got here? A $193. What do we got? We got a little bit of green to play with, and we got some wind that goes between like 1 and 3 miles an hour. Looks like we're going to be on the beach. Or holy hell, maybe not. Are we taking gambles in the city of sin and winning? I don't know. It's too early to tell. But I do know if we hit this downhill too hard, we are going to pay for it. So we've got to kind of get this sucker up in the air here. I mean, that's fine. That was fine. It was fine. It's going to break left or right. I don't know how much, but I do know we need to hit this about 15.5 feet of feel. So close, boys and girls. That is awesome. Is that really a thing in Las Vegas? That is insane. We haven't been to Vegas in probably 10 years. I don't think I ever remember seeing anything that cool. Okay, so it's a gigantic sphere of screens, LED screens or something, huh? That's something else. At any rate, we got a 510-yard par 5. We're going to try and launch this ball down this fairway. Freshly aligned launch monitor. That was my fault. And we are in some pine straw. And we've got a tree to go over here. That was my fault. That felt real heely. 298. Please stop. Little bit of a fade there. These shots are starting to look a little more like my normal ones on the real golf course here. All I needed to do was align my launch monitor. I feel like a moron, but that usually happens quite often. Shots are certainly doing a lot less weird crap. Let's see if we can put this ball in the hole here. 13 feet of feel. Nope. Nope. Parsky. Did I mention to align your launch monitor? Doesn't even matter what one you have. Square, Garmin, ProTee, Unicore, Rapsodo. Do yourself a favor if you haven't aligned that. Go ahead and do that. Like, pause the video now, find yourself an alignment video, and do that. Sadly, this is looking a lot more like the shots I hit in real life. And we've got zip ties on this. The zip ties that hold this Carl's Place impact screen up, boy, they're, I can hear them. We're losing them by the baker's dozen back there. You can see the screens drooping a little up here. These enclosures are not set and forget. They do require maintenance. All right, let's see here. 7-iron. That was fat. Hopefully we can get somewhere good. You want to hit your 7-iron a little further than 130 yards, right? Let's see. We got a little 45er in. 45. Oh, wow, that was pathetic. Pathetic, baby. Okay, we're almost certainly taking a bogey here. 7, right? That was bad. I don't know what we're doing here. That was bad. All right, what's next? What's next? Moving along. 133 to the pin. Wind is negligible. It's 138, obviously, minus 5 yards. We've got some green to play with. Let's see. We want to stay a little bit high here. 130 something, 130 something. Let's go with a pitching wedge. Money. That was money, baby. Give me that birdie. Okay. That brings us back down to even, folks. We've got a dog leg right. The dog leg's at about 240 to 245 yards. I would like to just power it through here. 370 yard par 4. Everybody's licking their chops. Oh, no. Can I get a mulligan on that, please? That was so bad, dude. That was so bad. All right, what do we got to do to unhook ourselves here? Let's crush a 3-wood out of here and see if we don't catch too much of the tree. Let's use our nifty ball dispenser here, because that other ball about decapitated us. It about decapitated us. Nice and low. Roll up to the green. We've been forgiven of our sins here in Sin City, baby. Excellent shot. That is an excellent shot. We're still on in 2, thanks to the good graces of somebody. Maybe I just pumped enough money into that one-arm bandit and I am getting something back here. We need to hit that's about 30 feet. It's going to want to break left. It's trickling. Not good enough. We walked out of there with a Parsky. This is going to play like 165. We got some wind. We got some water on the right. We got to make sure we play this correctly here. We got to play this correctly. And just in case things get ugly, we really truly only need to hit this ball. We only need to carry it about, I don't know, 150 something if I'm being completely honest with you. I kind of want to get an 8-iron out because we got quite a bit of green to play with. Let's take an 8-iron. We're downhill. We got a tailwind of sorts. Are we gonna make it? Oh no! It was just a little too fat there. Oh no! What's our next option? Hell no, we don't want that option. Let's go ahead and drop here. That sucks. We were so close. I just hit it a little bit thick. I don't even care that it was toey. It was going straight. I just hit it a little bit too thick. Okay, this rough is going to penalize us. Let's pretend it'll be about 10% here. 28. And that ball died on impact. That would have been nice to have that in the circle, but maybe we can sink this putt. Probably not. Probably not. 20. It's a 19-foot putt feel here. Let's see what we can do. It's looking okay, and it is in there. That's good. That's good. Saved ourselves one extra stroke of shame there. All right, 550-yard par 5. Let's see if I can get a drive down the fairway here with our freshly aligned launch monitor. There we go. We're getting a little bit of audio through here from Vegas. Let's see if we can get more. I realize we're halfway through with the round here. Let's get a little bit more audio here in Sin City. Doesn't sound like there's much ambiance, but I would like a little more here. I hear a train or something. Oh! Okay, that is extremely indicative of how that shot would have really gone in real life. All I had to do was align my damn launch monitor. What wouldn't you, who'd have thunk it? Okay, we got to go 310. Let's see if we can not make too many dumb shots here. 215. It's going to want to come right. Let's see if we can slice this around a little bit. That had a little bit of fade in it. That's kind of what I tried to do. Let's see here. Okay, this is shot 3 on a par 5. Let's see if we can get over there. We got plenty of green to play with. Let's hit the lob wedge here. The lob wedge, that is a record distance for the old lob wedge there. I'll tell you what, boy. I'll tell you what. Okay, that thing hit with extreme prejudice, and we have screwed ourselves out of any chance we had for a birdie. I don't even know what we're looking at here. Let's just do something like that, give or take. Holy crap, it's impossible to make fine-tune adjustments. 25 feet plus 3, 28-ish feet here. And it looks like we were able to drain that putt for par. By aligning my launch monitor, I have also gotten rid of some of that nasty horizontal launch angle from the putter, because I was aligning to the edge of this hitting mat, but my launch monitor was way out of alignment in the other direction, so it thought I was doing everything wrong, basically. As you can see, this golf course is pretty forgiving. I could hook one, I could slice one. I'm probably going to end up on a fairway either way. That's My bad there. 204. What do we got left? 261, baby. 261. Ooh, this is a par 4. We got to stop doing this. I got no excuses anymore though, and that's kind of nice. Because usually I'll gripe about anything. Let's take a sand wedge here. I'm not sure out of the rough if the lob wedge is going to get us where we want to go. Yep, should have used the lob wedge. There you go, folks. Go with your instincts. Even though that's what I thought I was doing. 16 in. Let's check this heat map. Well, that's fun. We should be fine. Just get the ball near the hole. We're out of the rough. We're a little bit above the hole. We need to go 16 yards here. We earned that bogey. I'm gonna have to say that right off the bat. 4, go 220. That's not gonna work. Let's hit the 3 wood. You can see there's really no, you'd really have to botch the shot. It's got a little bit of a fade to it. I got under it though. We are just fine. Let's see if we can get this near the pin. 25. Let's check some stuff out here. We definitely want to be on the pin. On the pin. Get in the hole. Oh man. Saved par there. Let's see if we can't get rid of a couple of these strokes here. I'm hoping we get a little bit of a fade. Not a power fade, just a regular fade. That'll do. That'll do, baby. That's what you want to do on a par 5, even though we're still 1,100 miles from the hole. Let's hit this 3. Get a good bounce there. Not quite. "67 yards to the pin." We're gonna bounce a smidge left, so let's do that. 67 yards to the pin. Oh no. Okay, there went any chance of a birdie there. Let's do some damage control and just get into this circle here. 28, that was a bad shot. and we weren't able to get in the circle. Should have done a better planning and known it was going to bounce to the left, but hindsight's 20/20, right? So this is for par after a great drive and a great 3-wood approach. We kind of blew that. Horizontal launch angle was no good there. And now we are 3 over. This is going to play about $185. Wind doesn't appear to be too big of a deal, but we do have some water on the left, unfortunately. Let's hit a 6 and hope we don't get too crazy and hit into the water here. Should be beautiful. Sit. Come back. Come on back. All right, we're probably not going to get a bogey, but a par if we can keep this thing from running away. Need to hit it 22 feet. Oh, get in the cup. All right, so we preserved our 3 over par there. 522. Gangsta's paradise. Let's see if we can blast another drive and maybe set ourselves up for a birdie. Par at a minimum. Birdies are a bit hard to come by, even for the pros. Not bad at all. Still got a long way to go, and up you'll see we've got a little deterrent up here. We got a little stream at about the 230-yard mark, which means we can't be getting cute here. Let's just get up here. No cuteness. No cuteness. That'll work. Little bit of a downhill lie, not great. Got a bit of wind in our face. We know we're going to lose about 7% here. Okay, that thing died. Birdie putt. Pretty far out though. Let's see here. Uphill. We need to hit this about 21 feet here. Oh, just grazed the hole. Should get out of there with a par. 438-yard par 4 here on the 14th. We're screaming right along now that we can sort of kind of hit a drive. I know I don't hit a 273-yard drive. Let's do something a little more manageable here. There we go. Okay, that even has a little bit of a draw to it, and we are blocked out from the green. When did we start hitting draws, boys? Let's just pound the ball through this tree because I'm of low intelligence. Here. Not bad. You'll want to be on in 2 on a par 4, but I've had worse shots than that. 31 yards, and the heat map doesn't show too much danger. Ball's going to want to come out a little left. Let's just roll this thing up here. Get up there. All right, we got to make this to save par. I wish I'd have been a little closer, but I wish a lot of things. It's not breaking too much. 12-footer. And we got her. We got her. Fifteen's a 352 yard, I'm assuming par 4. I looked away from the screen while I was still talking, but I do know we're driving. I don't hit 281. There we go. I really got to check this thing out because look, now it looks like a golf ball. Is that thing actually real? It's gotta be. Why would you model it if it wasn't actually there? Oh, is that bounce? Thought that was water. I was like, really? Are we that close to the water? Ooh, look at that. That's so cool. Sorry, I'm a nerd. 113 out of the rough. Let's strike the pitching wedge here. It was struck, but it's going a little left. Uh-oh. Oh, you gotta be kidding me right now. Come back. All right. So we were fine, and then we had an unfortunate bounce there and hit OB. We just need to get over here. We just need to get over here. Let's do it again, folks. That's a little more like it. Unfortunate we couldn't do that the first time. This is for bogey. Let's try to sink this and sort of kind of stop the bleeding here from this out of bounds shot we just did. 12-footer. Okay, we skimmed the hole there. If the HLA would have been at 0, we might have been okay, but let's move on here. Oh, there's the cart girl, the beer cart. Why's it gotta be a girl? Okay, I know we don't hit that far. Let's hit right there. Number 16, 472 yard par 4, so a pretty long par 4, making it much more important to get a hold of the ball here on the drive. That's probably going to hurt us a smidge, but I see the pin. Wow. Wowee. If you even found your ball, you'd be lucky. But then to have basically a straight shot to the pin, 219, we're probably going to hit some branches and sticks on the way in, but what's the club are we looking at here? Probably a 3-wood. It's going to come off a little left. Terrible shot. We're all right though. Still went $150, and we got 77 into the pin. Roll up there. Ooh, she died. She died. What does it want us to do now? You legally must putt from there. It's a double break. Don't really care. All I know is that we need to hit this thing 9 yards, 27. We need to give it a good little wall up here. And that was too much. Okay, gotta make smarter decisions here. There's that cool dome again, that's pretty sweet. Now it says GS Pro, that's even sweeter. 8.5 footer. We were able to sink that, fortunately, for bogey. Bringing us to +6 after 16, which is pretty good. 380. 2 par 4. We got a tailwind. Let's sail it. Should be good if we get a good little bounce here. Nice. Nice. 98 into the pin. Let's hit a sand wedge here. We got a bit of a tailwind. There we go. Not too hard though. Where are we going? Bounce up there. Oh, heck yeah, baby. Is that a birdie? Yes. Got rid of one of those crummy bogeys. And to finish out the round here, 245 yard par 3. So, yeah, buddy. Is it downhill? It's downhill. I'm just going to hit 3-wood here and pray. All right, it's going to the right. We should be fine. We should be fine. I don't want to hit out of that pine straw, but it didn't cost us a stroke, right? The water would have cost us a stroke and some distance more than likely. Let's just roll this up here. Let's take a look at the heat map. We should be fine. Pine straw, I don't remember what the penalty is on pine straw, so I just got to kind of be judicious here. Okay, that's pretty good out of that lie. Let's see if we can get out of here with a par perhaps. It's breaking right, breaking left. We'll leave it slightly inside the cup here. And we need to hit it about 10 feet. Too hot. Let's see if we can at least get out of here with a bogey. Okay, that's unfortunate. All right, guys, I'm really happy to say that aligning my launch monitor has taken almost all of the slice out of my shots, minus the stuff that I induce myself from bad shots. If you haven't aligned your launch monitor in a while and things just don't seem right, get out your squares, not your square launch monitor, but your carpenter square or your drywall square, and line that thing up. It doesn't matter if it's perpendicular to your impact screen, but your launch monitor needs to be seeing a perpendicular swing plane here. Let's take a look at the stats and close out the video. Also close out this Memorial Day weekend. 7 pars, 3 birdies. That's great for me, I'll take that. No eagles. We got 7 bogeys, 1 double bogey, and no double pluses, which is pretty sweet. 277 was the longest drive. That's a product of both the 2,000 foot elevation and the fact that I realigned my launch monitor. Average drive was 265, and you can see swing speeds are about where they normally are, with the best one being almost 150 miles an hour, which I'm guessing, not swing speed, ball speed, which is what helped to produce this 280 yard drive, maybe a tailwind and some downhill. 26 putts, that's down 6 from last round. 40 minutes for the round for duration. 7 greens, 5 fairways, and then this stat over here I still don't understand. All right, guys, that is the end of the video. I appreciate you watching. I'm excited to see what we can do with a properly aligned launch monitor, and I'm gonna put something in my schedule to go in and align that maybe once a week or so, just to keep this from ever happening again, because I've been griping a lot about how GS Pro and the lab software is screwing me over, and this doesn't happen to me on the golf course, and blah, 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 blah. So it's nice to see some of those zingers that I've been hitting in real life show up in the simulator. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video. I got some blisters from playing golf all weekend, though. Look at this. Look, just golfing all weekend. Blisters. My fingers are disgusting. Yeah. Black grips on my clubs. There you go. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one.